What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the garden. It's me, Mimi. I'm back with another story time, and I don't know how I'm gonna pull this one off. I really don't. This is a story time about one of the worst days. I mean, of course, you have like several times in your life that you really remember that were what's the word I'm looking for? Devastating, tragic, whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure, but anyway. So this is one of the first ones that I can remember that really affected me. Really, I don't know how I'm gonna pull this off. It's gonna take me a minute because to even try to go back, so y'all can understand where I'm coming from. I'm sorry, y'all can even understand where I'm coming from. Makes me emotional to even kind of think about it. So I may be stopping the video like a lot. Okay. So, and I also put some pictures in here. They're going to be old pictures, but I put some pictures in here. But anyway, so one of my first memories that really affected me. Not one of the first times that, just one of the first memories I have that really affected me. I was in my early 20s, and my brother was, I want to say 15, 16-ish. No older, I know that for a fact. No older than that. So he's like 15, 16. And he was out. Out hanging out. Whatever, boys do. I know the full story, but I don't feel like the whole story is my place to tell. I just need to tell my part of the story. I put it that way. I'm just telling y'all how it affected me on that part. So anyway, my brother was young and he was out, and older guy, I'm gonna say older guy, I think he was older or whatever you want to call it, shot my brother. And so I remember the day like it was yesterday. And so I was on the phone talking to one of my friends because, and y'all may not know this story, but when I was a teenager, my mom decided to go back to her hometown, which is where we had to go with her too, because at that time I was, 13, 14. So my mom had moved back to her hometown. So I have friends from Louisiana. But anyway, I was on the phone, I was talking to one of them, and my mama called me. But I was on the, when you're talking to somebody from out of town, you're like, oh, I'll call her right back. And then she called me again. I was like, I'll just call her when I get off the phone. Not thinking, nothing of it. Of course, that's my mama. And I was thinking like, like when you're having a conversation, you're getting towards the end. Like, let me finish this off, and then I just call mama right back. So that's what I was doing. I was getting ready to end the call, but I was going to end and then call her back. Because, you can get on the phone with your mama and stay on the phone. Well, some people. I get on the phone, my mama might stay on the phone all day long, honey. Talking about, and then when you get off, you got, I have all the latest information. I don't need to watch Fox 4. Fox 4 or 5 or 8 or 11. I just talk to my mom and get all the information I need. But anyway, so I said, okay, well, I'll call back. So I got off the phone, and I remember going to sit at my my computer desk. Now this is the part I don't remember who I was talking to. Well, I think I called her back, or I think I called her back. That's the part that a little faded. That's how I know that part right there must have been where I must have kind of blocked out, because I remember the call and everything, like I said, like it was yesterday. But I don't remember who I was. I don't remember, y'all. That part. But anyway, so I either called back or they called again. But I remember I must have called back. Look, I got off the phone. I called back. I'm trying to think and talk to y'all at the same time, so now I'm looking crazy. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all, sorry about that. Shae came in, and I didn't want her to interrupt my story time, because when I'm in that zone, I like to stay in my zone. But yeah, so anyway, I got the phone call, and they said that Poo-Poo got shot. That's what we call him. We call him Poo-Poo, because his granny said he looked like used to say he looked like Winnie the Pooh to her, and so we call him Poo-Poo. But anyway, so yeah, I remember saying, like, you know, is he all right? Is he, you know, is he dead? Like, I remember saying that, and it was like, no, we think he all right. They didn't really know what was going on, I guess, at that time. Like I said, there is more to the story, but more to the story is not my business. I'm giving y'all my part of the tragic story. You know what I'm saying? And maybe one day he'll sit down and tell his story about it, because he was a kid, you know. And I always, and for some reason, okay, I'll be back. Give me a minute. Okay. This one's gonna be hard for me. But for some reason, I think when that happened to him, is where I'm trying to explain so it makes sense to y'all. When that happened to him, that's where his life was to me. You know, if that meaning that he's 30 something now, but to me, he's still 15, 16, which is weird. You know what I'm saying? I know he grown. I know he, you know, 30 something, but in my heart, I still, like, even when I see him, I know he's 35, you know. I mean, no, he ain't even 35, he 37 now. 37, gonna be 38, I think. I still have that 15, 16-year-old boy in my head, and so it's like, even if he make me mad or piss me off or do something, it's still like, I still feel like he's that little boy to me. So anyway, I remember saying, you know, is he dead? You know, what, you know, that's the part I want to know at that time. So I just remember getting off the phone, telling Pat, like, you know, Poo got shot, we gotta go. So we go to the hospital. If you're familiar with Dallas, we went to Baylor. So we get to Baylor, and of course we all in a, honey. I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to cut the computer off, but okay, give me a minute, y'all. I'm trying to continue the video without having to keep cutting it off, because that can be kind of annoying. So I'm trying to just push through it. Actually, this is my first time talking about it. Okay, get it together. I'll be back. Okay, y'all. This one probably gonna drain me, but it's my first time talking about it. And this year I'm trying to learn to face things that are really painful. And this one was painful. So I've never talked about it. Actually, I don't even know if we talk about it. We just don't really talk about it. But yeah, I remember getting to the hospital. I remember us all you know, crying. We was all upset. Oh, just in case y'all did, he had a baby at that time. He was just 15, 16, and he had a baby. She wasn't even walking like a baby. I can't remember exactly how many months she may have been 4 or 5 months, I guess. I could be wrong, I'm not sure. But so we get to the hospital, and everybody's crying, and My big sister come in and she fall out on the floor. You know how we do. Y'all know how we be doing. And so they asked me if I want to see, you want to go back there, you want to see him. And the blessed thing I can say about it is that he wasn't on tubes or nothing. I don't remember any of that. He wasn't on tubes. He wasn't on that. And if anybody, but some people know that he was tiny. He was a skinny look to me. I remember him being, well, he was tiny, as in skinny. He was skinny then, and I'll never forget that he used to come over. I'm gonna come back to that. Put a thumbnail right there when I got to the hospital. I'm just want to tell y'all something else before I forget. I'll never forget that every now and then, because I'm their big sister, so I'm way older than them, like 10, 15 years ish, somewhere up in there. And so they would come over my house, and I remember him ironing. He was ironing his clothes to go to school, and I was laying across the bed, and he was ironing his clothes in my door, talking. And that's the day that I realized that, oh, he's not as little as I thought he was no more. Because in my mind, of course, now, if he's 15, 16, I still just always thought of my little brother. And I remember thinking that, oh, look at him. His face structure was changing. He was just getting bigger. And so I just remembered that he was getting bigger to me. And, he went on to school, and then it was just on later on or whatever. But, okay, so now back to the hospital. I just want to tell y'all the time that I realized that he was getting bigger. I've noticed everything about them because I was like, I'm their big sister. And so when my mom used to work the night shift, I watched the kids. You know how you used to, these kids now be telling you what they ain't going to do and all that. But I watched the kids that night while my mom worked, and then got them ready to get on the bus when they were small. And so I noticed stuff about them. And, they growth, and when they got bigger, my sisters and stuff like that. But anyway, so back to the hospital. So I remember going back there to see him. And he said, I think I'm paralyzed. And I said, don't say that. He was like, no, I can't, I don't know how I'm going to tell this. God, dog. Okay. And so he was like, no, I can't move my legs. And so I said, well, that's probably, maybe you just, anything I guess I could think of. Maybe you just in shock now or something. I don't know what I was thinking in my mind, but of course I wanted to be like, yeah, you paralyzed, you may be this and that. But I still was hoping that it just was for right then. Temporary, I guess, because he was so young, he was so talented, could play basketball, football, had trophies, all, you name it, was very, very talented. And so, when I tell y'all that broke my heart to the core, and I mean, broke my heart. And still to this day, I know it's a reality, but I can't even stand to see him sitting in his chair. It's almost like it's almost like time stood still uh, when that happened. I can't come to grips with it, and it's been years. Like, it's just, and when I see him, today, to like I said, to this day, it's still be hard for me to face. So, you know, and so after that, of course, I go straight to my mama later and be like, you know, is he paralyzed? You know, is it this? And so, you know, they run all these things, and so that's when she let me know that, you know, he is. He's gonna be paralyzed. He's gonna have to go to therapy when he you know, leave her to learn how to live. I'm just gonna, I don't really know how to say the terminology of things, for how he learn how to live with his new normal, the reality, his new normal of being, you know, in the chair, how to do things. And so we go through that, and he has to learn a lot of things, a lot of different things that you have to learn, because, you know, you go from one day being normal to this is your new normal. And so when he leaves the hospital, they take him over. It's called Our Children House, which is for children, because he was a child. And we would, but you know, we would go up there, and I think a couple times Pat cut his hair. You know, he was doing therapy and different stuff like that. And it just was I had just the hardest time dealing with this. Like, but I can say this. I know that it affected him. I know that it bothered him. I know all these things, but I've never heard him complain about it, which is weird. Well, I guess not necessarily weird, but I've never heard him. I've never even seen him, I don't think, cry. Even when he told me that he thought he was paralyzed, he wasn't crying. And so he's been so strong through it that I know that he probably battled with it in his own, you know, mind. And I think that's another thing that hurts me. That, you know, sometimes when people don't share things with you, it doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt. It doesn't mean that it doesn't bother them. You know, people wait till sometimes you get alone. I do. Wait till they get alone, or in the shower, wait till they somewhere to be, you know, to let that out. And so the story is not about necessarily him. I'm just giving y'all a story about one of the worst days that I've had to deal with, and that I've never talked about it, because I never had the strength to talk about it. But I'm learning that just because you don't talk about it doesn't mean it's not a reality, you know. And I never, like I said, I never heard him complain or nothing. But, and I remember going home that night, and being kind of numb, I guess, like to like kind of like, is this real? Like, you know, and I guess people could see it because I see it in my face or in my demeanor, because he was in the hospital, and Shae godmother had like a little birthday thing. I think Shae was maybe turning 2 or 1 or something. I don't know. Shae was small at that time, and they were having it down at the church or something. So I was like, you know, let me go on and go run down there right quick. So I did that, and I remember Pat's sister asking him, "What's wrong with Tamika?" You know, and I wasn't crying. I guess you could just, and that's when he was like, you know, her brother got shot. You know, so I guess it just was all over my face or my spirit or something. I'm sure I wasn't, you know, mean, probably just, you know, hurt or just looking damper. But that was one of the hardest days. And like I said, it's more to the story. Maybe one day he may choose to tell his story on his own. But that's just my story of one of the hardest days of my life. And I've been wanting to do this video for a while, and to even think of him in it was breaking me down. It was like just overwhelming. When I first sat down to do it, my heart just started pitter-pattering, and just like, I don't know if I can do it, but I know that I needed to own it. I needed to sit in it, because it is a reality. And although it was devastating to me, it still had a blessing in the end, because he's still here. Some people can't, you know, say that. So that was one of, I had a couple of them, but I definitely have to regain my strength, because at this point I actually feel so drained, emotionally drained now. But I wanted to share it, and I wanted to get that out for myself, for my own self-healing, and just talk about it, because I've never talked about it. I've never, you know, besides family, when you just giving like, oh, this happened to, you know, poo-poo, or that happened, you know, we just kind of, you know, just kind of touch the surface of it. Nobody just went in there. But that was definitely, to this day, one of the hardest days of my life. And I'm actually proud of myself for sharing the story with y'all. I'm actually proud of myself that I was able to even do it, because I didn't think I could. I didn't think I could without being ugly, sitting up here looking ugly with snot flying out my nose and that. And so at first I said, well, I'll get up and turn the camera off, you know, if I get, but it is what it is. It is what it is. And like I said, I'll insert some pictures of him, and I'm just going to end this video now. Yeah, I guess I'll just end it now. But it's so much more and so much deeper, but I'm just going to end it there for my sanity. You know, I just end it here and let that be the end of the story. So anyway, thank y'all, and I hope that this story time did not drag y'all down, but just want to let y'all know and encourage y'all that sometimes you can move past bad situations, bad memories. And that's why I wanted to go on and hit it, so I can live in it, sit in it, and put it behind me. You know, although it's a reality, but just not keep letting it affect me. It's affected me for so many years that I need to kind of get it together when it comes to certain things in certain situations that I just can't shake. So I want to share that with y'all and let y'all know that you know you can move past things. Just create memories, create new memories for things that have affected you negatively. Just and that's what I've been working on, trying to do. Like when he come around, like playing and you know, just trying to just create new memories of when you have something. My mind is going everywhere now. It's just everywhere. It's just rambling. Like I just feel like I'm just all over the place now. Like, I don't know why. But, so, negative people tossing. Positive people awesome. Don't forget to blossom. Love y'all.